Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to another edition of A Nation Left Behind, where we attempt to try and take the Scottish national team to a major tournament, and so far it's certainly not going that way, which probably gives an indication of how poor the team is, but we remain upbeat and positive and try and take this team, if not to a World Cup, then at least to a major European Championship when there's more teams involved. Now, I know the series hasn't been doing great numbers, I completely accept that. It's been a long time since I've done Football Manager content, and maybe a national team save isn't everyone's cup of tea. Before we jump into the video, I just really want to know for you guys, what kind of stuff would you like to see going forward? I'm very open when it comes to Football Manager stuff. I've been playing this game for a very, very, very long time. Too long, admittedly. So, what kind of stuff would you like to see for Football Manager 19? Let me know in the comments section below. Do you feel maybe a Let's Play is not really my forte when it comes to it, or maybe it is and you just to find the right team? I think the issue for me is saves I tend to get proper into are ones that are offline or have always been on Twitch. But let me know even anywhere you think I should go in 2019. It's up in there just now. But at the time it really is just a case of finding the right team that takes you into it. But let me know if it's that, or if it's even just tips videos and certain things, certain stuff that's in the game that maybe folk aren't too aware of or don't utilise enough. Maybe even just scouting videos, because I well know I'm a guy that plays way into the future. I have an idea of how to develop a player, which players come good, which players are poor, and how you can get the best out of players. So let us know anyway. We'll see what we can do. As always, if you did enjoy today's video, don't be afraid to jump a wee thumbs up, or if you disliked it, thumbs down. And yeah, let's crack on with it anyway. So Colombia in a friendly is our next game. For this one, I've decided to go with the same formation as last time, the 4-1-2-2-1. A couple of changes though. I have given a few opportunities. I went against my word and brought in Grant Hanley. I just felt like we needed someone that can defend, and with a weight injury to John Suter, just didn't help. And another defender got injured, I can't remember who. Kieran Tierney's not fully fit, so he doesn't start. So we're going to line up David Marshall with a chance in goal. Back four, Andy Robertson, this isn't it, 1996. Andy Robertson, Liam Lindsay, Grant Hanley, Callum Patterson. James McCarthy's going to sit. With John McGinn and Tom Cairney in the middle. Ryan Fraser cutting in for the left. Matty Phillips on the right. And Jason Cummings up front on his own. We're going to play in the counter because it's a really, really tricky side here. Colombia, a lot of talent, and judging by the scout report, there'll be a few stars missing, but it still will be an elite team. The good thing about a skin is it cuts in a nice wee screen here. There we go. So looking at that, it's nearly exactly how they were going to line up. And the scout report, the only ones that maybe is a surprise, is Borja starting instead of Muriel. We can see in there straight away Espina, Dawson Sanchez in the Premier League, Jerison Murillo, Juan Cuadrado playing right back. Omar Barrios is removed to Arsenal in games. He's obviously ready to go. The Bournemouth signing even Jefferson Lerma and Juan Quintero playing off Borja and Falcao. Bench, it doesn't let me see all the guys. It's an issue with the skin, but you can see there that Muriel's there. Another one that was in there was Yerry Mina. So let's see how we do against Jose Peckerman. And we'll just say to the guys, chance to impress, and see how they do. So as the game plays on, as I say, I'm open to suggestions for FM19. As I say, there's that much experience. I feel like it's nice to pass some over. Maybe even be open potentially to some collabs down the line, or collabs, how you pronounce it. So if there's any guys you feel like could maybe be worthwhile looking into or contacting, let me know. And I can see if we can maybe try and arrange. I don't even want to do the fantasy drafts. Maybe that is something I can look at. But just like sticking real teams. It's just been me. I've never liked fantasy stuff. The same with fantasy mods on games. I look at a lot of people do that and enjoy it, but it's just not for me. But hey, who am I to tell people how to play the game? It's you pay your money, you play the game how you want to play it. But yeah, we'll see. I might even look and see if there's anyone or any podcasts that maybe even look to have as a good bit of experience with that. This is going back a long, long time as Falcao scores. That's just the luck in this save. I was doing the FM View one a long time ago as a guest, the likes of Orme and Nin. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of stuff can happen in the remainder of 2018 and 2019. Scary thinking that's what year we're in now in life, but yeah, never know. Never would do a podcast on my own because I just have. This is probably a layer next to no editing skills, so yeah, that wouldn't be for me. Can we please defend this? We are just shocking. Any sort of cross balls, and it's just continues to highlight this save in particular as just being a lack of quality. I was actually thinking that I just decide to drop all the senior players that I'm not going to play, bring in the likes of Chris Cadden, Greg Taylor, just a lot of young Scottish players, just give them the opportunity. But then again, you need to think if you keep losing, jobs in the line. And it's good, Fraser is going forward, and not really an option in the box there. And yeah, another attack that just seems to filter out. It does seem they are getting a lot of success with Cuadrado bombing forward as a wing back, and we've never really threatened on the counter, and that just sums it up. When you've got Radamel Falcao against Grant Hanley and Liam Lindsay, there's always only going to be one winner. So I'm actually making a wee change here. We're going to take off 1.5 injured left back and put on another. Bring on Kieran Tierney. Just a bad day at the office, and unfortunately it's happening too often. Tierney, Patterson, it's a decent chance, really. When you look at the statistics, you look at the player ratings, we've been off, they've been on, but in terms of possession, shots and target, shots at goal, it's just really been a clinical performance from a Colombian team. And the issue is, we keep losing these kind of matches, we drop further and further down the world rankings, which makes our World Cup opportunity a lot more difficult. Now, don't get me wrong, Nations League would probably help us, but I need to still win a job by the time we get there, as Matty Phillips pulls one back. Good link-up play there between Fraser and Matty Phillips. There's a toss-up between Phillips and James Forrest, who started, but better domestic for him, better average rating for Matty Phillips, so that's why I went with him. I'm actually going to make all 5 other subs here, give people opportunities, so we will see. Morrison come on for McGinn, who's had a poor game. We'll see Armstrong come in for Tom Kearney. Al McGregor's going to go out and play on the left-hand side, if it decides to let me. There we go. We can play there. I'll actually play him off the striker, so I'm not going to play and allow Tierney to get that full left-hand side. So we'll just put Cal McGregor as an attacking fielder. Jordan Rhodes will be squat front on his own. He'll play as a old target man. Says he can't play it. He can play it. He's big enough. And we'll give Scott Bain 45 minutes as well. And that is our 6 subs for today. So we'll see how that goes. I've never been one to do team talk for subs. I just feel like, you go and make an opportunity happen. Sometimes it can get the best out of them, so let's say them think, but in other times they just don't perform. I'd like to know other people's views on that, how you do you necessarily try and motivate subs, because a lot of time it can, of course, lead to a lack of motivation. Worrying here, composed, a lot of frustrated figures, and they're just sitting confident. So tell the boys to calm down a little. I'm not really creating much, so let's have a look and see what we can change. Let's change to a standard, and let's try and let's go shorter pass, and let's see if the boys can just try and make something happen. But it seems a lot better performance in the second half. Not a lot has happened, but at least from the player performance, it seems better. Morrison. We'll put him under pressure. Make the mistake. Mina. Alfredo Morelos, that's a great ball. Muriel, good save from Scott Bain. Morelos is one of those ones in this game where you'd probably get him off the cheap for Rangers. And I've saw one of my mates sign him for Sunderland. They were in the Premier League at the time, and he ended up being the top goal scorer in the English Premiership. So there's definitely a lot of potential with Alfredo Morelos. Here's MacArthur, Armstrong. We've got Kieran Tierney wide open if we can find him. And look at that, it breaks down and we could be subject to a counter-attack. Muriel's at the pace, and Colombia end up hitting the bar with Morelos, possibly. It was easier to score, but it just shows a bit of pace, and a counter-attack can be absolutely lethal. Look again, highlighting Muriel, he's just absolutely given let's be honest, Grant Hanley, an absolute nightmare. So him and Liam Lindsay, I don't think is going to be the partnership of the future. But it does show that Scotland do have a lack of centre backs, and it's certainly something that is going to be a big, big problem. Again, even more possession. They've only had a few more shots, but then again, clinical. We've got a 1 in 3 shot on target ratio to their pretty much a 1 on 2. And that's obviously what saw a good result for Colombia here, as they're going to run out 3-1 winners. So disappointing that we've probably only won 2 matches out of about 9. That's quite embarrassing, as I say, and one of them was a last minute winner against Lithuania. So yeah, we'll have to pick up definitely. It's certainly not good enough, and I'll be lucky to keep my job at this rate, and especially in the NEC save where I've been getting as close to qualifying for national championships, but just falling at the last hurdle. It's certainly a case of surviving by the skin of my teeth. So we're still on a job. We do have Georgia away next, and hopefully we can pick something up. So now I'm going to go ahead, get the replacement for Matty Phillips, and then hopefully, God, we can get a result in Georgia, and then get into the summer, and then into the friendlies at the end of the year, into the Nations League, and then hopefully we can start taking this country forward again. So that's it for this episode. Cheers for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry about the result, but yeah, let me know your input. Let me know what you'd like to see going forward. And as I say, our content is going to be a lot better and a lot top notch when FM19 comes out. I promise you that. So cheers for watching. Take it easy. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.